G'day, guys.
Welcome to another Hang Loose Recluse production. And while this is not a laughing matter, I do apologise, but this is the Hang Loose Recluse show. It's pretty sensitive news out of Perth here, actually. So at the moment, the headlines are we've got a Swan River shark attack with a teenage girl dying after being mauled by a shark in North Fremantle. So I won't try and make this too humorous because it's not about humour in this one. It's like, holy crap that this happened, because we're all related to the water and the river down here in Perth, Western Australia. And it's the first death in 100 years, or just over 100 years exactly, actually. We'll read the article now. Swan River shark attack, teenage girl dies after being mauled by shark in North Fremantle. Flowers have been laid for a teenage girl who died after she was mauled by a shark in a Swan River at North Fremantle. The tragedy marking the first fatal river shark attack in 100 years. The 16-year-old Perth girl was pulled from the river near the Fremantle traffic bridge about 3:30 p.m. after she sustained significant injuries to her leg. That was 3:30 p.m. on Saturday, I think the 5th of, or is it the 4th? Yeah, I can't remember. Today's the 5th. It must have been the 4th of Feb. Several paramedics were called to the riverbank to save her life, but she could not be revived. WA police received a 000 call claiming she had been mauled near Dopel Street near Sorrel Park, about 2.5 kilometres from the river mouth. Fremantle District Acting Inspector Paul Robinson said police believe before the attack the girl was riding on a jet ski with friends when she jumped into the water after sighting a pod of dolphins. It's an extremely traumatic event for everyone involved and obviously anyone that knew the young girl, he said. What we've been advised, issues with friends on the river, they were on jet skis. What we've been advised, issues with friends on the water, they were on jet skis. There was possibly a pod of dolphins seen nearby, and the young female jumped in the water to swim nearby the dolphins. Fremantle detectives will prepare a report for the coroner. A witness said they saw a man jump into the river to try and rescue a teenager, describing him as a hero. Joshua Banks said he saw the girl and her friends get off their jet skis when the dolphins were. Where the dolphins were. We saw them get off the jet skis near the beach and jump off and swim to the shore quickly, he told News Corp. Another resident said she had heard people screaming and was confronted with the horrific scene when she came outside, 7 News reported. Fisheries Minister Don Punch expressed his condolences to the girl's family. I'm incredibly saddened by what has happened and I cannot begin to imagine what the victim's family and friends are going through, the Labor Minister said. We offer them our support, but understand they will need time and space as they deal with this tragedy. Fremantle Mayor Hannah Vince Hardinge, who was at the scene after swimming at a beach earlier in the day, said the death was devastating. Department of Primary Industries and Regional Development on Saturday afternoon confirmed they were currently investigating a report of a possible shark bite incident. DPIRD is working with local authorities and further information will be provided as it becomes available, a spokesman said. Just after 5 p.m., a police boat was parked in front of an apartment block on the riverbank and police officers were seen moving a white partition to restrict view. Several police cars were lining the road on Dopel Street, which runs along the river. Police tape and cones had also been erected, cordoning off areas along the riverbank. It's just the third time in 50 years there has been a shark attack in the Swan River. Perth man Cameron Rothall, who was attacked in the Swan River at Beckton's Blackwall Reach, was the first person to be attacked by a shark in the Swan River since 1968, when he was bitten on his upper right leg of January 14, 2021. The father of two was swimming in the area with a friend when he was attacked by what is believed to be a bull shark. In May 2022, young diver Bailey Hafner was cleaning the hull of his friend's boat in Matilda Bay waters near Royal Perth Yacht Club when a 3-metre bull shark rammed him in what he described as a forceful thump, which prompted him to launch himself onto the nearby jetty. It is yet to be confirmed which species was involved in Saturday's incident, but thought to be a bull shark. A local resident told the West Australian recently he has seen lots of bull sharks in the river that come close to the banks. It's quite confronting. I always wear shark guards now, he said. It's the first fatal shark attack in Swan River in 100 years. The incident marks the first fatal in the Swan River in 100 years, almost to the day. The only confirmed fatal attack in the Swan River occurred on January 31, 1923, when 13-year-old Scotch College student Charles Robinson was killed after he was attacked while swimming 6 metres from shore at Freshwater Bay near his school's boat shed. Since then, there have been just a handful of attacks, including on January 31 in 1959 when 20-year-old Shenton Park man George Edwards Rudd was netting prawns off Men's Street Jetty in South Perth. He was standing with 60-year-old Jack Gloyne when a shark shot towards him, grazing his skin with its tail. As the two prawners made their way back to shore, the shark reportedly followed them before circling Mr. Gloin. In February 1968, 14-year-old girl Ingrid Gersmanis was lucky to survive after she was bitten on the thigh during a late afternoon swim. And just 18 months later, Graham Cartwright, 15, was about 12 kilometres upstream when he was bitten on the left thigh on November 30, 1969. The teen was one of 20 Mount Lawley Sea Scouts sailing and swimming at the time of the attack. On November 6, 2021, Paul Millichip, 57, was killed while swimming about 30 metres from shore at Fremantle's Port Beach. It came a year after the November 2020 death of Charles Sonobe, 58, who was killed after he was bitten on the hand and thigh while bodyboarding at Broom's Cable Beach. And that date that I read back there was probably way wrong, because I think I said 2021 or something like that. It doesn't matter. Dribble. Just hang loose. If you got this far in the podcast, you're a champion. But if not, I'm sure some of you have hung up by now. Anyway, it came a year after the November 2020... Oh, bloody... I already read that. Earlier that year, in October 9, 2020, surfer Andrew Sharp, 52, was taken by a 5-metre shark while surfing at Kelp Beds about 15 kilometres east of Esperance. And on January 5, 2020, scuba diver Gary Johnson, 57, was killed by a great white shark while diving his wife off Cull Island in the Recurche archipelago, about 7 kilometres from Esperance. I guess the moral of the story is, guys, sharks do inhabit those areas, and you've got to be bloody careful. Let's just read some of the photo captions, and I'm going to click on the article that's down below here, which is the manta ray that's been bitten in half just a few days earlier. So there is a big shark lurking in that water. Flowers being laid at the scene of the shark attack that claimed the life of a 16-year-old Perth girl. Fremantle District Acting Inspector Paul Robinson said police believed before the attack the girl was riding on a jet ski with friends when she jumped into the water after sighting a pod of dolphins. A young girl is deceased after a suspected shark attack in the Swan River off North Fremantle. Pictured are emergency services at the scene. A young girl is deceased after a suspected shark attack in the Swan River off North Fremantle. Pictured are emergency services at the scene. Well, surely they could have come up with a different caption for each photo, but that's the same thing I just read for a different photo. A young girl is deceased. Yeah, we read that one. Yeah, alleged shark attack incident near Beach Street in the Fremantle Traffic Bridge of Fremantle. Credit to that other one. Anyway, let's check out these two stories here about the eagle ray here. Revealed story behind angler's harrowing find in Swan. Let's check this one out. Fisherman reveals story behind half-eaten stingray pulled from Swan River. A half-eaten stingray has terrified Perth locals after it was washed up on the shore of a river with massive bite marks taken out. Graphic images were shared online of the decimated stingray on the shores of the Swan River. Fisherman Liam Kenny reeled in the dead animal while fishing at the spot on Sunday morning. All right, so fisherman pulled. Okay, he says pulled from Swan River. That's lucky they fixed it. After it washed ashore. It washed ashore or was it pulled in? So yeah, a half-eaten stingray was after it washed up on the shore. But then it says, Leon, this guy reeled it in. Come on, get serious. You must have foul-hooked it then if you reeled it in. But that's two different things from the mainstream media there in three different lines of words, sentences. It's easily the craziest thing I've seen while fishing and the biggest I've caught, he told 7news.com.au. Mr. Kenny believes the bull shark had taken its fill of the stingray before discarding the carcass in the water. A person shared the gruesome images on social media, which attracted a barrage of messages from terrified Reddit users. Old mate pulled this stingray out of the Swan River that has 3 large bites freshly taken out of it, he wrote. The stingray is 1 metre across for reference. Yeah, so 3 bites, so 30-centimetre mouth, but that's still a big shark with a 30-centimetre wide mouth. Probably 10 foot. What's that, 3 metres? No, I don't know. How would I know? Far out. That's an epic picture and story, one user wrote in the comments. I'm scared and second-guessing paddleboarding at the moment. A father of 2 was lucky to survive a violent bull shark attack just a few kilometres further on the Swan River in 2021. Cameron Rathel had been swimming at the Blackwall Reach when the 3-metre shark attacked him with so much force it broke his hip. All right, well, we'll go back to the other story. We'll go back here and click on the second one where it says harrowing images show half-eaten ray pulled from river. Let's click on that one. See what the difference is in this story. Images show half-eaten stingray pulled from Swan River after suspected shark bite. Terrifying images of a half-eaten stingray pulled from Perth's Swan River have emerged online. What was left of the creature was found in the river near Minnum Cove Jetty. It has not been confirmed, but those who fished the ray out of the water believe the bite marks to be from a shark. Hungry bull shark, one person posted on Reddit, alongside images of the grim scene. Old mate pulled his stingray out of the Swan River that has 3 large bites freshly taken out of it. The stingray is 1 meter across for reference. The images show a ray with what appears to be a massive chunks taken out of it. One person replied, "Far out, that's an epic picture and story. I'm scared and second-guessing paddleboarding at the moment. Bull sharks are known to frequent the Swan River." In January 2021, a father of 2 was mauled almost fatally by a bull shark near Blackwall Reach in Bicton, close to where the ray was pulled from the water at Minnam Cove. Cameron Rathel was swimming 100 metres from shore when a 3-metre shark attacked him. Feels like regurgitated news now, guys, because I'm reading stuff that I've already read out earlier. The shark attacked him with such force it broke his hip and severed his sciatic nerve. His heart stopped in the ambulance. "The shark hit me really hard. It's the biggest impact I've ever felt of something hitting me," Mr. Rathel told 7 News from his hospital bed. "It was then trying to shake from side to side, tear part of me away. It all happened very quickly. I just did a kick onto part of it and thrust down on my hands to push it off me and hit it pretty hard with the palms of my hands, and it went." Yeah, all right. Appears to be 3. Some of the comments, Charlene B says, appears to be very clean bites times 3. Absolutely. Sharks are in the river, but this appears to be the man-made variety. Sadly. Man-made variety. Okay. Alan T. Harrowing. It's nature working as nature's always done. Nothing harrowing about it. Graham J. There have always been bull sharks in the Swan River. How is this news? Philip L. Sharks are scary beasts, that is for sure. Just think, if you swim in the river, it could be you. If you are a sailor, do not fall overboard. All the fear comes out in mainstream media articles. John B. Luckily, the missing parts will grow back. Tim M. Bull shark takeaway ray flaps and chips. I'm so great. Don't need to cade. I'm so grateful this ray has had its COVID shots. Could have been so much worse. Hayden D. Pathetic comment. Absolutely pathetic. Well, we all know that Hayden D's lining up for his 4th or 5th now, so that's probably what that means. So pathetic, you felt the need to comment. I got a laugh out of it. I'm sorry you didn't. I will try harder next time. And don't need decay. Well done. I got a smile out of it and made it onto my video. So thank you. It was well said. And it was worth it just to read Hayden D's response because you could tell that he loves his COVID, you know what. Snake P says, I hope it's going to be okay. Robert E says, agree with Andrew C and Peter N. This wasn't a shark responsible, rather a human responsible. That's right. He swam in their water. Thank you. Matt M. Surely the ray will get a state funeral. John B. If it wasn't for the ever-vigilant Perth Now social media analysts, this story would never have been published. Craig E. says, did they save the ray? Sasha says, yeah, swam away, no worries. Wolfie H. says, shark's job to clean up the system and ensure only the strongest survive. Jared M. says, the negative spin is hard to swallow. Having healthy sharks and rays in the river is a good news story. I particularly like the bit where it says bull sharks are known to frequent the Swan River. Like there are gangs of bull sharks with human thought processes deliberately waiting to assault us. Drew M. And they wear red shoes. No worries, Eshay. Anyway, I could go on with the comments. I think the comments is where all the good shit's at. So I probably should do comment reading videos rather than read the bloody story because I get more of a kick out of reading the comments. Anyway, this has been another
Hang Loose Recluse
production.
You've been listening to the
Hang Loose Recluse News.
Thank you.